the
Malaysian,
first ever,
Malaysian
well, the
Premier
second tech to be exact.
the first Premier Challenge. Okay lah, the Autumn Series Premier Challenge.
The first Autumn Series Premier Challenge for the 2018 season here in Impulse Gaming Sunway branch.
Yes, I am Sunny, and joining me is Aklif. And we're gonna showcase our semi-final match of the day,
which will be between Ismat Myron and
one Muhammad Akil, one Akil for short.
Yeah, so for Ismat, he's also been a very strong regular contender here.
Yeah, and he kind of defeated me today, so
well,
I mean,
just shows how strong he is in competing this tournament. And I think he's been a bit out of it for a while.
Yeah, he's been trying really hard to improve his game, and in fact, I think during prior to Worlds, he's been trying to practice on a few other formats for himself, just for fun, because he wants to know more about Pokemon, and there's no more of the interesting Pokemons out there that are not used in VGC.
So for both players, I think Ismat here has also participated in yesterday's PC in Penang, where he ended in top 4.
Yes, but for one Akio, he didn't participate yesterday in yesterday's PC. But
well, most of us didn't. So
yeah, most of us didn't. But he is a seasoned player.
True, coming here since 2015, I think,
yeah,
and playing Pokemon competitively even prior to that.
Whereas Ismat has been relatively new. It's playing since
in late 2015, maybe early 2016 probably.
Yeah, late 2015, early 2016. Well, one Akio has been here for quite a bit. Even before the late 2015, he has been playing a little bit on the PSS, playing single battles here and there, and then now with VGC.
So I think both players themselves have, well, we know that they're very good players themselves, and we know that they are pretty damn strong. Yeah, they know how the game is worked. I think Ismat was shy a few points from qualifying for Worlds this year.
Maybe, but we will see about that, because Akil is like what you can say a silent seasoned veteran. He can be very quiet, very stoic. Yeah. Maybe a little bit resembling Red, in some way.
Yeah, he tends to appear very suddenly in tournaments and kick butt.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll be moving on to the team selection screen. So for Ismat, he's carrying a Ninetales, Garchomp, Xurkitree, Tapu Lele, Arcanine, and Mandibuzz.
And for Akil, he's carrying the Tapu Koko, Arcanine, Garchomp, Mandibuzz, Katana, and Tapu Lele.
So first and foremost, a disclaimer. Unfortunately, for both Ismat and Akil, they had one of Pokemon each have been disqualified from being used due to team sheet error. Yeah. And for Ismat, it will be Xurkitree.
And for Akil, there will be Garchomp.
So you will not be seeing those Pokemon in the upcoming match.
So for Ismat, he is
carrying a discount panelist team now.
Yeah, a discount panelist, because it doesn't have the Xurkitree in play, and Akil doesn't have that Garchomp in play, which I think Akil might
have the somewhat upper hand, since Garchomp technically is meant to be an answer to Xurkitree,
but it's also an answer to Arcanine as well.
Correct.
So without that Garchomp, that Arcanine on Ismat's side may be a bit more threatening.
Yeah, and if Ismat's team really does follow Sam Pandelist's team, then it will be a very the whole plan is Ninetales setting up the Aurora Veil, and the rest setting up like whether it be Tail Glow, Swords Dance, and whatnot before.
Yes, and we are going into the game right here. Both players are ready for their first match of the semi-finals. And we see Tapu Lele and Mandibuzz
coming from Ismat.
And Akisana, Tapu Lele, and Mandibuzz. So it's a mirror match.
Once again, even in the previous game, it was very similar to this.
Because that was a 6 Pokemon mirror, but this is a mirror lead.
Oh god. So both of them, their Psychic Seeds activating to boost their special defense.
Not sure if this is a speed tie or not. I mean,
not.
But it doesn't.
Okay,
really,
could be.
It could be, but it does. But do you think it matters? If it's a speed?
No, because in the end, if one Pokemon manages to get a Taunt off first, then yeah.
That's true. Provided either of the Mandibuzz carry Taunt.
Okay, so the question is that will the Tapu Leles go for Moonblast instead to the Mandibuzz? Yep.
So
Akil's one goes first. So this
it
could
goes onto
indicate
Lele.
something.
Nope, it's just a life
Okay, it's
orb.
just a life for one.
And
Going for a taunt instead to prevent tailwind.
Yeah, Ismas of Lele went for the taunt, and Mandibus counters the taunt after a taunt.
Yep.
So
So it's been taunted so much he can't even taunt back.
yes, so Ismas Lele taunted the Mandibus to prevent a taunt from the Mandibus to Ismat's Mandibus.
I suppose he was most afraid of a taunt from the Tapu Lele first and foremost.
Yes, but I guess Lele carrying taunt is a bit different, but it worked in this first turn.
Tapu Lele going in for another Moonblast into the thing. Does it not carry taunt probably?
It goes into the Mandibus this time.
Special attack falling, but it doesn't really matter.
But the Lele is now at about 50%. Oh, foul play onto the Lele and
Yeah,
it
and
protected.
this could be the game changer here with Ismat's
Mandibus
going for a tailwind. Yeah, since now the speeds are faster on Ismat's end.
So now Ismat seems to be having the upper hand because you see with Akiu's Mandibus taunted, right now there isn't any way for Akiu to catch up in speed.
True, that is correct. However, a foul play can still pick up a KO on the Tapu Lele as long as it doesn't switch, of course.
Yeah, but right now Akiu's Lele is in a very dangerous position as he
Going
goes for the protect.
instead. If he double targets to the Mandibus, should be able to pick up the KO.
And this Lele goes for a Moonblast. Ismat's Lele go for the Moonblast and it dealt quite a bit of damage, about 60%.
Dealing about 60-70%.
Life Orb recoil and the foul play going onto the Lele.
So now another foul play should be going on to the Tapu Lele.
The foul play picking up the KO onto the Tapu Lele.
Picking up the KO, but this gives him a free switch into whatever he wants at the back to abuse another 3 turns of tailwind.
But important to note, now Akiu's Mandibus has his taunt wall off. So now Akiu could try to tailwind.
It's a bit difficult given that a rock side might even be able to pick up the KO.
That is true.
Or he can, okay, Mandibus doesn't carry taunt, yeah. It was the Tapu Lele, sorry.
Yeah, so right now, if Garchomp is able to pick up the KO onto the Mandibus, then there will be no tailwind on Akiu's side.
And there will be another 3 turns left, I think 2 after this.
Yes, 2 after this, and as you can see, Ismat has already made his mind, so it's up to what Akiu is going to do.
It's a bit difficult for Akil seeing that he probably doesn't have much switching opportunities as well.
Yeah, because we are dealing with a very fast Garchomp right now, and we
Going for a Groundium Z instead. Straight into the Tapu Lele, I assume.
Yes, maybe predicting a switch.
Probably into an Arcanine. Maybe because he thought
yeah,
a rock slide might happen.
Arcanine or Coco, yeah, likely. Interesting. And we see
A bit of an overkill, but since he didn't really need to do that.
Yeah, because an Earthquake might have done the trick.
Yeah, but he wanted a rock slide instead. I would say a rock slide would be better. The Mandibus here going for a roost, so will he go for a tailwind with his own Mandibus?
Because I think if Akiu goes for a tailwind, he might be in a better position. Oh no, but he goes for the foul play.
Has the taunt not worn off yet?
It has already worn off.
Okay.
So maybe
he didn't know the taunt wore off.
or maybe he just let it be.
Yeah, maybe he was expecting to die anyway, so he just went for a foul play.
Yeah, like
A tailwind would have been more beneficial in my opinion.
Yeah, I do agree. I mean, because like if tailwind's up, then Akiu's tailwind is up later, and so he'll be in an advantageous position when
Correct.
Isma's tailwind speed out. Right now, it's just,
Akil has, now that his Coco is his best chance at winning.
yes, but I do believe that if
An Earthquake foul play combo.
no, not that. I believe that if Akiu protected this turn, then Isma's tailwind will peter out.
That's true.
Which will make the Garchomp be threatened by Akiu's Coco.
Where he can just go for a rock slide into the Mandibus, and if the next turn happens, since his Mandibus is such high HP, he can just go for another tailwind, not worrying by the Thunderbolt. And
Yes.
I'm not sure if Akil has. I don't think he's gone for a Z move yet, right?
Akiu has yet to go for a Z move. Yeah, he has yet to go for a Z move.
So I guess he could go for a Dazzling Gleam and pray for the KO, I suppose.
Yes, but
Given that he's wasted his Tectonic Rage,
Garchomp goes for the Rock Slide. Picking
fishing
up-
for the finches, I suppose.
Yeah. Pick up the KO onto the Mandibus. But what is Akiu's Coco going to do? Another foul play?
Not yet. Going for a foul play to pick up a little bit more damage.
It's not effective damage though.
And actually
And flinch.
flinches. So this prevents Akil from making a proper comeback, in my opinion.
Not yet, not yet. The flinch may be able to give him some extra damage, but now he sends out a Katana, so it's a Katana and a Coco versus a Garchomp and a Mandibuzz.
Because if he managed to get a Dazzling Gleam off, then he would have KO'd the Garchomp and deal enough damage on the Mandibuzz that the Thunderbolt will pick up the KO the next turn.
That is true, that's true.
And depending on whatever he has at the back.
Yes, and with whatever Isma's carrying at the back, Akil may be in a better position, but if he didn't flinch.
Yeah, true. I don't know. I don't really think the flinch made a huge difference, but it did make quite a difference in preventing a KO on the Garchomp.
Yeah, a potential KO.
Yeah, potential KO on the Garchomp.
So right now, we can see Garchomp switching out.
I suppose an Arcanine comes in, yep.
Yes, Arcanine comes in, lowering the Katana's attack stat.
And he can just freely cycle now as long as Mandibuzz is knocked down.
Katana goes for Leaf Blade.
Ooh, onto the Mandibuzz slot. Instead of a Smart Strike, I guess he wanted a crit, or he did get the crit.
Indicating that the Katana is indeed a Choice Scarf Katana.
Ooh,
but it didn't pick up the
not enough.
And the Tailwind has been done by the Mandibuzz.
And this should seal the deal.
Yes.
Quite a blow there.
Very likely, because right now, with the Arcanine being boosted by Tailwind, it's very likely that it could outspeed the Katana and pick up the KO onto the Katana.
Correct, and now with Tailwind going off, it can definitely outspeed the Katana.
You see a Flare Base going onto the
Katana. And the
Katana.
Tapu Koko, which should be KO'd with the foul play, I think.
No,
But
the Katana Scarf, it was revealed.
Yeah, no, that's true. No, I mean, because now he can very, very comfortably handle the Koko.
Yes. And Mandibuzz boosts away.
Going for a Sky Drop. Okay.
I guess it's a decent tactic to stall Tailwind, but
there's no point because
there's only one with only one Pokemon left, I guess.
Because Arcanine will still be able to attack after the Sky Drop.
Yes, that's true. But I'm curious why. I mean, you can see a switch out from Ismat to a Garchomp.
Fair call. Because he knows the Flare Blade is going to pick up the KO anyways.
Nope, it's not going to attack because remember Arcanine.
Oh yeah, because Tailwind's up.
Yeah,
true.
It's a way to somewhat stall the Tailwind, but
you can protect this turn, I suppose.
There's one more turn of Tailwind, but one interesting thing is that we haven't seen a protect from Akil's Koko as of yet.
That is true. I think he goes for protect here to try to.
No protect.
No protect. Okay, maybe he wanted to go for a last ditch effort, but.
Or maybe this Koko can't carry protect.
Well, it's shown Sky Drop, Thunderbolt, and
Dazzling Gleam, right?
No, I don't think it showed Dazzling Gleam.
Oh wait, I think it didn't. I'm mistaken. Too many Kokos here.
Yeah, too many Kokos, making us loco.
Yeah, commentary mistake.
But either way, Ismat here manages to pull through even without Circuitry. I guess since Akil could, because even without Circuitry, he can handle himself quite well against.
Yeah, I guess the win condition is there. I mean, Akil didn't have a Garchomp, so I think.
So his Koko could run freely.
But because of Akil not having a Garchomp, I think the Arcanine was more free to do Arcanine things.
True. Yep.
Because from the looks of it, I think the one of the few ways that Akil could defeat that Arcanine is through
Garchomp,
Lele or
Koko.
Koko.
Very strong Lele and Koko combo, I suppose.
Yes, or perhaps Mandibuzz may be able to chip a bit, but still really tough because of the lack of a Garchomp.
Lack of Garchomp and super effective damage on the Arcanine really allows it to survive more, especially with its favorite Pinch Berry, which if it's pushed down to 25% HP, it'll just push it back up.
Yes. And we now go back to team preview for the second round of the semi-finals. Ismat with his Ninetales, Garchomp, Lele, Arcanine, and Mandibuzz.
Without the Circuitry, and Akil with his Koko, Lele, Arcanine, Mandibuzz, Kartana without the Garchomp. Due to team sheet error, of course, so make this a reminder to yourself to make sure that you write your team sheets properly.
Yes, that is true. I mean, when you're but fortunately, every game counts when you are chasing for CP. So every word counts as well. Every word and every number counts.
Every number counts in all senses, whether you're writing it down or you training up your Pokemon's EVs for it.
Yes, and we see Ismat locking in his Pokemons already. So
he knows what he wants to do here. I mean, like, it's probably a Hurricane Irma with a Land Shark blown by the wind.
yeah, and now we are going into game 2. I'm curious to see what kind of adjustments Akio is gonna make this time around. Because it's not gonna be easy coming back when you're in a VGC tournament, but with 5 Pokemon
with only 5 Pokemon.
Yeah, but both sides are having 5 Pokemon, so we see a Ninetales and a Mandibuzz from Ismat's side.
Kartana Mandibuzz here. Ooh, interesting choice.
Yes,
I think here
a smart strike from the Katana, you know.
probably not pick up the KO since Ninetales is generally known to carry Focus Sash.
Yeah, that's true. But this is a Sam Pendelis style team, so we do not know what kind of Ninetales is this.
Yeah, I mean that's one thing I suppose, but this is like the general case for it.
But we see Akio switching out his Katana onto a Tapu Koko, which is interesting. And Ninetales just goes for the Blizzard.
Fair call, I suppose, but hitting the Mandibuzz for super effective damage here. Will it pick up a freeze? No, taunt into
And taunt
Mandibuzz.
onto that
Can't
other
tailwind.
Mandibuzz. Yes. So this time Akio's Mandibuzz is able to taunt freely onto Ismat's Mandibuzz, which prevented him from going for the tailwind.
But let's not forget that the Ninetales is still able to run freely here, because maybe he doesn't even need to set Aurora Veil. He's just gonna straight up go for more Blizzards. But an Aurora Veil this turn would be very beneficial for Ismat, seeing that there's a potential for it to go down this turn.
We see Ismat switching out his Mandibuzz for a Tapu Lele. I think one thing to switch the terrain up a bit.
Yeah, reduce damage from the Thunderbolts.
Let's see what Akio is going to do. Oh, but it does give the special defense boost onto the Mandibuzz.
Wait for a Skydrop, bringing Ninetales out. This should prevent it
from going for an Aurora Veil, delaying the Aurora Veil.
One more turn, and there's an extra tailwind here. So
now,
if it drops it next turn, then he just goes for. Well, he can drop it first, get attacked by the Mandibuzz, the taunt on the Mandibuzz, and then and stop Aurora Veil from going up.
Yes, that's a very potential play coming from Akio's side, because now Akio is shown to be the faster end.
Yeah.
And we see a Skydrop coming up and dealing a bit of damage onto Ninetales, and Mandibuzz going
for
for
a
the
taunt.
taunt.
So that is going for Aurora Veil. No, going for a Blizzard instead, not falling for it at all.
Yeah, I think Ismat read that, saw that coming.
Yeah.
And Lele is going for the Moon Blast.
To the Mandibuzz to prevent any sort of shenanigans happening.
Yeah, but I think that the Mandibuzz has did quite a bit right here, taunting left and right, setting up tailwind for Akio's side.
That is true.
And we can see chip damage coming in from Coco and Lele.
From the hail, of course, but
Yeah, from the hill.
now, admittedly, the Ninetales could probably be sacked by now, since it's not really serving any purpose.
Unless Ismat thinks the Ninetales is a bit valuable and they try to get the Ninetales switched out. But it all depends on what Akio is bringing in next. As he sends out a Katana.
Oh yeah, Katana. I would have preferred Arcanine, admittedly. But then again, he doesn't. No, he's only revealed 3 of his Pokemon so far, which is Coco, Katana, and Mandibuzz.
Yes.
And Tailwind is still on his side now.
So Katana is confirmed to be the fastest thing on the field, and now we can
He
see
switches into Arcanine to get
the Intimidate
on it. Correct.
But we shall see, does Ismat reads it, and because it's likely that the Katana is going to go for a Smart Strike, don't you think?
That's right. I mean, like, it only needs to go for a Smart Strike, honestly.
And is Mandibuzz coming in, getting the Psychic Seed boost. So a double switching from Ismat's side, and a Smart Strike coming up from the Katana and targeting the Mandibuzz.
So yeah, Skydrop instead, bring in Arcanine. Okay.
Okay, that's a rather interesting play right there.
True.
So you can see all non-ice type Pokemon being chipped here, except for Mandibuzz because of the BP.
Yeah, the Overcoat ability, which is really, really useful for it apparently.
Yeah, because it gives it more durability. But right now, Akio is withdrawing his Katana and bringing out Tapu Lele. I'm not sure if it's a really good thing to do.
I think because he still wants his Katana to be useful, and a Flare Blitz from the Arcanine is gonna hurt.
Yes, but the Arcanine is just going to go for the Flare Blades onto the Katana slot, which is going to go into the Tapu Lele, but how much damage is going to do? Quite a fair
And
bit.
getting the burn on it, so even in the ice cold season of the hail, it's still under fire.
And the Mandibus just went for a Tailwind, which now gives Ismat the upper hand, because as Akil's Tailwind Kiddos out right now,
He's getting the boost with his.
yes, and at this range, the Lele can be knocked out by the Mandibus
He
easily.
can just go for a foul play and Flare Blades onto the Tapu Koko slot.
Yeah, so
And as long as his Arcanine is still okay on field, the Katana at the back can do jack.
yes, the Katana at the back can't do much though, so I think Ismat is in a really, really bad position right here. No Tailwind.
Akil here is. I don't think there's much opportunities because if he switches in, like he's gonna take a very, very strong attack either from the Flare Blades to pick up the KO or the foul play, which is not nice coming from using its own attack stat against it.
So Flare Blades coming out from Arcanine.
Going to the Koko slot as we said before, and foul play should be going into the Lele and picking up the KO here.
So do we see foul play coming? And we do, onto the Lele slot. So it is going to be a double knockout on
Double knockout, sending the burnt
Lele.
Lele, the ash burnt Lele in the snow to go back into its shell.
The hail already stopped, so it's just Ashburn Lele out of being sent out of the battlefield, and now a Scarf Katana comes back in.
But with
a
Tailwind up, I don't think it'll be able to outspeed the Arcanine, and even if it does, it's at 2. It has more than enough HP to survive.
You know, Ucliffe, I see something very similar in these two games. And you know what is it?
Which is?
Ismat and Steven both won their opponents convincingly 4-0 in the second game.
Oh, that is true. They really swiped them with.
So,
They blew them away with the Tailwinds.
yes, and we see a convincing 4-0 victory on the second game of the semi-finals.
So we will see Ismat in the finals of this Premier Challenge.
Yes. Congratulations to Akil for making it to top 4, and congratulations for Ismat for making it to the finals for this Premier Challenge.
I suppose if both players did not have like certain Pokemon being prohibited, they'd be able to play differently. But unfortunate circumstances dictate that they did.
Yeah, I do agree, but I think that the lack of circuitry on Ismat's side did not seem to affect him that much.
It was the lack of Garchomp on Akil's side that really put a wrench in his plans.
Yeah, because I think Garchomp being missing out on Akil's team really did hurt the fact that he couldn't attack the circuitry, the possible circuitry and the Arcanine for big damage.
So either way, once again, we'd like to congratulate Ismat for making to the finals of the Premier Challenge, as well as Akil for making it up to the top 4. And we will catch you for the finals of this Autumn Series Premier Challenge in Malaysia for the season 2018.
So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen.